Working on this tube radio today. Maybe sometime we're gonna try to get. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut off this here, the sleeves, and wrap them around and solder them. And that's how I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one. Gonna make sure that's positive and negative. There's the negative. Negative is goes that way. Negative is actually on the side. So the negative is that side where the arrow goes. I think that's where it's at. The positive has nothing on that side, but I think the negative's over here. Same thing with the arrows on this one. And I think negative's on that side. You can see there's no arrow. No arrow on that one. I think the negative's actually this side here. Let's see. The negative's probably the space arrow right there. I think negative's on this side. Same thing the other one. The minus is actually that side right here. Positive doesn't have no areas. So this means this arrow points that way. Negative means I think it's on this side. The minus is on this side. The plus is over here. Yeah. Does that means the arrow points that direction? The minus is here. And the plus is over here. Is that how that works? Let me know. So I could work on this later today. I think the minus is actually need to know. Does this mean the arrow points negative this way? It shows a minus in this direction. And let me see. That could be the minus that way. The other way is probably positive. Yeah, positive is this way. But arrow means the negative's this side here or the negative's on that side. That's a great question. I'm trying to figure out what these caps are. And this one will be one like you have to get this one, the leads. This is going to be pretty easy to do. That's probably the easiest one you can do. Solder them on both sides. You just throw a drop of solder in that middle. I just cut the leads off the system. I just cut the leads on that one. Just cut off the bottom and solder on top of it, and it should be fine. Means I'll cut the leads right here on that capacitor. That's one way to get into it that way pretty easily. We just have to get the tough area. Same thing with this one. I think the negative is that direction. This means that's the minus, and the other side is plus, right? What's the circle means? That's not circle means it could be a plus that way. And maybe this is minus or this is plus. You have to figure that out. Because these things have these old things. So that actually means that's okay. That's okay. I see it. That's negative. Negative's over this side here. I think that's point. Doesn't mean negative's over here, or it's over there. It means doesn't mean the arrow's pointing that direction toward the area, or looks like something where you can read it. And I think positive goes that way. Positive's here or negative's there. I'll have to look at that, what that is. So maybe AI can tell me where else to go. And the minus is actually another over there. Or these could be just parallel type capacitors. The negative's that way. Yep, negative's pointing that direction. It's got to be on this side here. The negative's over here, the minus here, and the plus goes over there. I'll have to figure that out. Kind of different from 1960s type things. And it's the same thing with the other one. There it goes. So I'll catch you guys later. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee. Get on down. We'll do this a little bit later. And we'll get it all done during this week. And we'll see. Hope this thing does work, like I said. And there's another capacitor on the other side of the board behind the transformer. But we can get in these tough spots. We'll have to do this later, maybe tonight. and we'll work on this. Catch you guys later. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee on the Robyn 123B. Oh yeah.